Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera and a very good day to all the students that are taking this course. As you know, for your for your information, this today lecture is the continuity from the previous lecture. In which the previous lecture you already learned about the history of electricity in Malaysia, how the landscape and scenario of electrical and electronic industry in Malaysia, the history of electricity, how it's being progressed, how it being developed in early days until it can be used to until today's. So basically, you have already know about the background of what electricity is. Okay. So for today's lecture, we will continue from previous lecture in slide number 21, in which we will go through a bit about Tenaga Nasional Berhad. As you know, I know that you already have have experience regarding what TNB is all about. So basically, TNB, or abbreviated Tenaga Nasional Berhad, also known as Tenaga Nasional or simply Tenaga, is the Malaysian multinational electricity company and is the only electric utility company in Peninsular Malaysia, and also the largest publicly listed power company in Southeast Asia, with asset worth of 99.03 billion. So you can imagine how you can imagine how big the NB is, because it is the only utilities company that operate in Peninsular Malaysia. So basically, the Tenaga Nasional Berhad or TNB is served over 8.5 million customers throughout Peninsular Malaysia except Sarawak and the East Malaysia state of Sabah through Sabah Electricity Sdn Bhd. So basically, TNB is using another company which is also known as Sabah Electric Company, which is one of its subsidiary to operate and also manage the electricity in Sabah. Okay, so basically, TNB core activities are in the generation, transmission, and also distribution of electricity. Okay. Other activities include repairing, testing, and maintaining power plant, providing engineering, procurement, and construction services for power plant, related product assembling and manufacturing high voltage switchgear, coal mine, and also trading. Uh, Tenaga Nasional Berhad is also is actually a multinational company in which it has operation. Yeah, beside in Malaysia, it also has an operation in Mauritius, Pakistan, India, as well as Indonesia. So, since TNB are the only operator in Peninsular Malaysia that operate that are involved in the generation, transmission, and distribution of electricity, so there are many cases of safety issue normally associated with TNB. Okay, so this is one of the many safety issues that is being extracted from TNB. For example, okay, as you know, also TNB is Peninsular Malaysia's largest producer of power generation. It does not miss the issue of accident involving its workers. So basically, although TNB is multinational company, it also has issue regarding the incident that involving its worker. Okay, many of the worker incident cause injury to their bodies, and sometimes majority of it cause fatality. Okay, this is because the value of safeguarding the workplace is less known. Okay, according to an article from Malaysia Kini, okay, dated April 12 in 2015 in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Okay, Mr. Abdul Rahim, SGM of the shipping division of TMB, said that in 2014, okay, a total of 64 accidents involving electricity were registered with 27 cases. Okay, the main cause identified were the installation and maintenance of non-compliant safe work procedure in 18 recorded cases. Additionally, several news articles and articles have issued statements about cases of accident involving TNB staff. For example, in 2015, in 24th of February, MSTAR reported that three TNB employees injured by a burning TNB substation. Okay, the accident occurred when the worker worked an electric substation near a Taman Jati condominium that burned on that night. Okay, This is because the caller electrical position is presumed to be explode and the three victims are seized by fire. So basically it ends with the death of the three victims caused by the fire. Okay. Another another case recorded in TNB is on 24th of February in 2015. A TNB worker, okay, at age of 34 years old, known as Muhammad Uzaili Zazali, died. This is being reported in Metro Delhi. Okay, the incident took place when the youths were working at the Tanjulai Park electricity substation. Okay, although the two friends have been injured, they are still being handled lah. So basically, it only caused fatality that result in one death of Muhammad Ruzali Zadali. However, his two friends they make it out safe. However, it also caused severe injury to them. Basically. Okay, so as you know, electricity it must be handled, must be handled properly and it may also must be handled with care because we know electricity if not being handled with care with proper manner, it can result in severe fatality. Okay, so there are many hazards associated with the electricity. Okay, electricity, as you know, is widely recognized as serious workplace hazard exposing employee to electric shock, burn, fires, and also explosion. Okay, according to statistics recorded in Malaysia, 250 employees were killed by contact with electric current in 2019 alone. Other employees has been killed or injured in fire and explosion caused by electricity. So, in that electricity play an important role in causing or as the hazard as a cause of hazard in a workplace because it can be because electricity if not handled properly, it can cause electric shock, burn, fire, explosion, and also as well as any accident associated with electricity. It is well known that the human body will conduct electricity. This is basic knowledge that we know that human body can actually conduct electricity. Okay, so if direct body contact is made with an electrically energized part, while a similar contact is made simultaneously with another conductive surface that is maintained at different electrical potential, a current of course will flow entering the body at one point, transferring the body and then exiting at the another plane point. Okay, usually the ground. Okay, so this diagram show you okay how the current flow from one contact point here and then the current is being traversing through the entire body and then it will exit to the easiest path that it can find. Normally it will exit via the ground here. Okay, so that's why you can see each year there are many employees suffer pain, injury, and death from such electricity shock. Okay, current through the body even at low as 3 milliampere. So you must not play around with current. At low as 3 ampere, the current can actually flow to your body. It can also cause injury of an indirect or secondary injury in which involuntary muscular reaction from the electric shock can cause bruises, bone fracture, and even death, resulting from collision or fall. Hazard associated with electricity. Okay, this table show you okay at what range of current and it will affect it will have an effect on a person. Okay, from current ranging from 0.5 to 3 milliampere, it can cause tingling sensing effect. So normally when you have your body is being exposed to source of electricity, the current will flow through you at 0.5 until 3 milliampere. It will cause you the tingling sensation effects. Okay, At current ranging from 3 to 10 milliampere, you will get muscle contraction and also pain. However, at 10 until 14 milliampere of current, it will have effect on the let go threshold. Higher current, which is 30 and above, until 75 millimeter, it will result in respiratory paralysis. Okay, current above than 100 until 200 milliampere, it will result in ventricular fibrillation to a person. And then current from 200 and 500 milliampere, it will cause heart clamp type, and current below than 1500 and above will result in tissue and organs start to burn. So you must know the different range of current, it will have different effect on a person. The highest, if current is above than 1500, of course it will cause a it will cause ultimately cause you death to a person that's been exposed to this type of current. Okay. Burn suffer in electric accident can be very serious. Okay, as I mentioned in previous slide. Okay, at current from above 1500, it can cause you tissue and organ burn. Okay, so burn suffered in electric accident can be very serious. Okay, this burn may be of three basic type, which is electrical burn, arc burn, and also thermal contact burn. Okay, electrical burn are the result of electric current flowing in the tissue and may be either skin deep or may affect deeper layer such as muscle and bone, or it can be both. Okay, this diagram here is an example of hazard associated with electricity. This in this case is the electrical burn. Okay, in which you can see here the current that flowing through the tissue, okay, cause this type of burn. Okay. Okay, here you can see the current, the current that flowing to the body cause this type of effect to the hand, to the leg, and also to the leg. So this is how the effects of the burning caused by electrical burn can be looked like. Okay. Okay, whereas tissue damage is caused by the heat generated from the current flow. If the energy delivered in the electric shock is high and the body cannot dissipate the heat, the tissue is of course will result in burn. Okay, typically such electric burn are slow to heal, whereas arc burn are the result of high temperature produced by electric arc or by explosion close to the body. Okay, and finally, another type of burn is the thermal contact burn. Those normally experienced from the skin contacting hot surface or heated electric conductor, conduit, or other energized equipment. Okay, in some circumstances, all three types of burn may be produced simultaneously. Okay, this example show you a type of burn caused by electricity. Okay, this figure show you the type of injury from electric current. Okay, it illustrates the current going through the deeper skin, and then it will flow to the deeper skin, causing this type of burn. Okay, as current penetrate the skin, as you know, as the current penetrate the skin and travel to the different tissue, thermal injury becomes much more extensive than the injury on the skin, because bone has the higher resistance. So the current traversing is generated the most heat, and it will of course causing the most survivance to the surrounding tissue, which is this is the case in the deep muscle. This cross sectional show you how the bone fracture and bone matrix destruction caused by electricity. Whereas this type of burn show you the damage to the nerve and vessel caused by the burn. And then here the arrow here show you how the look of muscle damage appear, and also how the look of the periosteal burn. Okay, this is an example. This diagram shows you the example of electrical burn and also injuries. Okay, for the normal skin, you can see this is a cross section of a normal skin. It has the epidermis, dermis, and also subcutaneous tissue muscle. Okay, this is a normal skin. Okay, however, when the normal skin is being exposed to the electricity, okay, it will cause the first degree burn. So this is cross sectional of the first degree burn, in which of this case it involve the top layer of the epidermis only. Okay, for the type of second degree burn here, it will result in skin blistering, which is being shown here. It also will involve all of epidermis and some of the dermis, which is in the middle of the tissue. Okay, and then it also involve all of the dermis, depending on the range of the current in which the body is being exposed. However, okay, for the third degree burn, you can see that the effect is very clear, in which the it's not only the epidermis. Okay, the damage also is being exposed to the burn, and then it also involve the subcutaneous tissue and also muscle, and then it can also may extend deeper in the tissue. So this is known as third degree burn. Okay, so if the current involved is great enough, electric arc can also start a fire. Okay, fire can only be generated by overheating equipment or by carrying too much current. Okay, extremely high energy arc can damage equipment, causing fragmented metal to fly in all directions. Okay, so in atmosphere that contain explosive gases or vapor or combustible dust, even low energy arc can cause violent explosion. Okay, so as you know, okay, the nature at this slide show you the nature of electrical accident. Okay, electrical accident, when initially studied, often appear to be caused by circumstances that are varied and peculiar to the particular incident involved. Okay. However, further consideration usually reveal the underlying cause to be a combination of three possible factors, which is work involving unsafe equipment and installation, workplace made unsafe by in the environment, and the third factor is the unsafe work practice. Okay. The first two factor, which is the work involving unsafe equipment and installation and workplace made unsafe by the environment, are sometimes considered together and simply referred to as unsafe condition. Okay, whereas electrical accident can be generally considered as being caused by unsafe condition, unsafe work performance, or in what is really the case, combination of the two. It should also be noted that inadequate maintenance can cause equipment or installation that were originally considered safe to deteriorate, resulting in an unsafe condition. Some unsafe electrical equipment and installation can be identified, for example, by the presence of faulty installation, improper grounding, loose connection, defective part, ground fault in equipment, unguarded live part, and also underrated equipment. Okay. The environment can also be a contributing factor to the electrical accident in a number of ways. So this diagram show you, okay, the nature of a good installation and so bad installation, which can result in can be a contributing factor to any electrical incident in a number of ways. Environment. Okay. Environment containing flammable vapor, Okay, liquid, oxygen, okay, gases, area containing concealed atmosphere, and wet and damp location are some of the unsafe environment affecting the electrical safety. Okay, so this diagram show you explosion will occur when there is a ignition source around, when there is the presence of oxygen, and then there is a presence of flammable material. So the explosive material, which is the gas, vapor, frost dust, and air in the correct dispersion and concentration, will result in an explosion. Okay. Finally, unsafe acts include the failure to de-energize electrical equipment when it's being repaired or inspected, or the use of tool or equipment too close to energized part. Okay, that's why you need control of energy, lookout, and take out. Branch circuit, ground fault circuit interrupter for employees. Okay, each year many employees suffer electric shock while using portable electric tool and also equipment. The nature of this injury range from minor burns to electrocution. Okay, electric shock produced by alternating current at power line frequency passing throughout the body. On an average adult, from hand to the foot for 1 second can cause various effects, starting from the condition of being barely perceptible at 1 milliampere to the loss of voluntary muscle control for current from 9 to 25 milliampere. Okay, this diagram shows you the entrance of the current to the entry in which the current will flow to the easiest path, which is to the ground, and from here it will exit the foot. Also, the electricity follow all available paths. A greater fault electric current will flow in the path of least resistance, so the electricity will go to the less resistivity, in which it will be easier for it to exit the body. Okay, the passage of higher current from 75 milliampere to 4 milliampere to 4 ampere can produce verticular fibrillation of the heart and finally immediate cardiac arrest at over 4 milliamperes. This injury occur when employee contact electrically energized part. Okay, typically the frame of a tool become accidentally energized because of an electric fault known as ground fault that provide a conductive path to the tool casing. Okay, for instance, with a grounded electric supply system, when the employee control the tool casing, the fault current take a path through the employee to an electricity grounded object. So this diagram show you that the energized part or the conductive materials and equipment that are in contact with any part of an employee body shall be handled in a manner that will prevent from them from contacting exposed energized conductor or circuit part. If an employee must handle long-dimensional conductive objects such as duct and pipe in area with exposed live part, the employer shall institute workplace practices such as the use of insulation, guarding, and also material handling technique, which will minimize the hazard. Exposed energized part. Okay, where live part present an electrical contact hazard, employee may not perform housekeeping duties at distance close enough for the possible contact unless adequate safeguards such as electricity equipment or barrier are provided. Electrically conductive cleaning material may not be used in proximity to energized part because the procedure are followed which will prevent electrical contact. If a portable ladder is to be used where the employer or leader could contact exposed and justified. The leader shall have non-conductive side rail. Only a qualified person following the requirement in this section may defeat an electric safety interlock and then can only temporarily while he or she is working the equipment. The interlock system shall be returned to its operable condition with when the work is completed. The amount of current that flow through an employee depends primarily upon the resistance of the fault path within the tool. Okay. The resistance of the pen through the employee body and the resistance of the path, both the side and ground side from the employee back to the electric ground power supply. Moisture in the atmosphere can contribute to the electrical fault by enhancing both the conductive path with the tool and the external ground path back to the electric power supply. Okay, and then dry skin can have resistance range from anywhere from 500 to 5000 ohm, and wet skin can have a resistance range of 200 to 20,000 depending on the several factors such as the physical characteristic and also mass of the employee. Most current will flow if the employee is perspiring or become the wet because of the environmental condition. If the current is high enough, the employee will suffer a ground fault electrocution. One method of protection against injuries from electric shock is the ground fault circuit interrupter devices. This is an example of ground fault circuit interrupter. This device containing monitor the current flow to and from electric equipment. If the current going up to the protected equipment differ by approximately 0.005 ampere or milliampere from the current returning, okay, then the then the ground fault circuit interrupter will be de-energized and the equipment within as little as 25 milliseconds quickly enough to prevent electrocution. Okay, so this is the kettle of fatal injury attributed to contact with electrical current. So this is cases that which I extracted from the newspaper. So basically before in April 18 in 2021, a man has died after reportedly being electrocuted while carrying wiring work at his father-in-law house in Kota Bundu, Kuala Penyu. In the 625 accident, the victim was believed to have collapsed after receiving an electric shock from the soldering iron he was using. This is an example of soldering iron. In Kuala Lumpur, on 23rd of August 2020, two siblings died after they were believed to have been electrocuted in an accident at a house near Batu 11 Jalan Gombak Lama. Early investigation revealed that during the incident, the woman who is the man's sister was bathing her son when she suddenly got electrocuted while using the water heater. A woman aged 32 and a man aged of 30 were found lifeless in the bathroom. In Kuala Lumpur, in Kuala Krai, September 15, 2009, two men were found dead after they were believed to have been electrocuted at their workplace. The incident took place at Kelantan Timber Complex or KPK in Kampung Stong, Komubu, where they were believed to have been carrying out cleaning works. The victim aged 27 and 15 years old. This is the paper extraction from paper in which you can see how the connection between power supply is being conducted. So no wonder, okay, the two men were being electrocuted because they are playing with water. Uh, so basically they are playing with current. So which is current, its nature is quite unpredictable. So you need to be careful, handle it carefully and properly within using guidelines. Okay. In Seremban, okay, in July 27, a young woman is in Malaysia died after she was electrocuted while having a shower at home. So this is very critical in which the victim is actually taking a shower in his home before she is being electrocuted. Her mother walked into the bathroom. So when her mother hear the victim is crying, okay, for help, the mother quickly walked into the bathroom and saw the victim was unconscious. So when she tried to wake the victim, she also received an electric shock. So the medical team found burn mark on the left hand side of the victim's upper body, adding that a post-mortem concluded electrocution as the cause of death. The victim died at the age of 20. So class, this is the end for the section 2 of my lecture. So we will continue another series of lecture in which we will start at page of 45 for my slide. So hopefully you can go through my recorded video and go through the modules to have a better understanding regarding this topic. And at the same time, do not forget to submit your assignments to grasp your understanding regarding this topic. Thank you very much all. So we end this class for today, and I will see you. Hope I can see you again in the next online class, recorded online class in near future. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and stay safe, everyone. Bye bye.